Hey everybody, Justin here for another episode of Marvel Champions. Today we got Gamora continuing her campaign through Rise of the Red Skull, and we're going up against Taskmaster. Force response: after a player changes to hero form, they discard the top card of the encounter deck and take damage equal to the number of boost icons on that card. He has the force response: after resolving step 1 of the villain phase, each player in hero form must choose to either take 1 damage or place 1 threat here. We're starting with the side scheme, Hydra Patrol. When defeated, each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a Hydra minion and puts into play, engage with them, then shuffle the encounter deck. Gamora. Look at the top card of your deck. If it's an attack or thwart event, draw it. And then a bunch of goodness on the other side. So let's give this one a go. My opening hand is 6 cards. That's 5. Okay. I mean, all of these ones are all nice. Yeah, it's kind of like a not exciting first turn. But I think it's good. I think it's a good setup turn. These things don't really matter too much, because we've already lost them anyway, right? But these are going to help us set up really well coming up for our future coming up here. All right. Well, we'll look at the top card of our deck. It's an attack event. Absolutely nailed it. We get to draw it. That's how that one works. Okay, so this might change things slightly. So we spend 2 to play Martial Prowess. We spend 1 to drop down this Keen Instincts. And then we're going to switch into our hero mode. So after we change hero, we discard the top card of the encounter deck. See ya. And we take 2 damage, equal to the number of boost icons on that card. All right, what does this do? That means we just can't deal with this thing yet. Which is fine. That's just Crisis, right? That's what that thing does. And that's like guard for schemes. We'll get there. Crisis. Where are you, rulebook? Why can I just not find you right now? We'll get there. How's it going, everybody? While I'm scrolling through this book. Hope you're having a great day. Okay, where the frick? It's got to be here somewhere, right? Crisis. If a side scheme has a crisis icon, it must be defeated before threat can be removed from the main scheme. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. So we're actually going to attack our boy Taskmaster. I mean, we could, if we get rid of this, we get an enemy. We can deal 2 damage to that enemy. A Hydra minion. Yeah, we're actually going to thwart this away. We can just clean this mess up. So when this is defeated, we search the deck for a Hydra minion and put it into play, engage with us. We really want to find something with 2 HP, which I believe are these guys. So when this card is revealed, we place 1 threat on the main scheme. We're going to generate a fist resource for this Press the Advantage. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. If that enemy is stunned or confused, we draw a card. So we deal 2 damage to this guy. And then, after we play an attack event, we can remove 1 threat from a scheme. All right. We'll draw 4 cards. We'll ready everything. We have our sword, which is kind of huge. The only problem with the sword is that it's going to be pretty much all of our cards here. It's going to be pretty much everything. Assuming we don't play anything on this cross counter. Like, assuming we don't play this cross counter. But I think getting the sword out is very important because, as people have pointed out, which I didn't realize, which I've recorded, unfortunately, 2 episodes before they pointed it out, this does not exhaust. It just goes. Okay. So, bing! After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, we must either take one damage or place a threat here. I think I'm okay with placing the threat here. This guy's going to attack us for 2. We are going to cross counter. So whenever we take damage, we prevent 3 of that damage, so no damage will be dealt. We will then deal 1 damage to an enemy, and we will remove 1 threat from a scheme. And then, after we play an attack event, which this is, and after we play a thwart event, we're going to remove another threat and deal another damage. This card just does so much juicy goodness, and it's once per phase. And the villain phase is a separate phase from the player phase. Alright, then we get an evil card. Oh, Nebula! This is not the time, nor is it the place, girl. Okay. Alright, we might have to... This sword might have to wait a bit. What does this thing do? Players other than Gamora cannot remove threat from civilian randomly. After a villain phase begins, deal 1 face down encounter card to Gamora. Okay. You don't want to say goodbye to your sword. You really don't. So we do this. We attack for 2. We do get dealt 2 back. But we can finish her off with this. And then we can use this to put some damage on the guy. Like, part of me also says, like, this would get us out of here, no problem. The only downside is, I think we'll still kind of be fine without it. Like, we can slowly poke away at this. The only downside is it being in play kind of sucks. Like, would it be crazy to just use this here? We attack for 2, we take 2. We finish her off. Retaliate does not deal damage back. We get rid of Nebula. We remove 1 threat from this, but we get an extra card. If we draw 5 cards, we can probably get out of this ahead. I think we're going to do it. We're just going to draw 5. And now this changes everything. Now this busts this whole thing wide open. So let's go 1, 2, 3. We're going to play our sword. Sorry, we're going to get rid of this other dropkick, I think. Yeah, like, it sucks to lose this right now, but I think, like, the thing is, I feel like MODOK's going to be no problem. I feel like Red Skull's going to be no problem. And, like, let's not suffer from too good to use syndrome. Let's just use it when the time seems right. Okay, well, we're going to move a threat from a scheme. Sorry, this one. And then we can deal 1 damage to an enemy. So we attack this MFer up there. Okay. We then spend 1, 2 to play this decisive blow, which we're going to deal 7 damage to Nebula, defeating her. And we will deal 1 damage to an enemy, and we will remove a threat from a scheme. We're then going to use this to play Clear the Area, to remove 2 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last threat on a scheme, draw a card. So we go 1, 2. This is gone. All right. And I'm going to say that was worth it. That was absolutely worth it. This can move down here. All right, so we'll draw 4 more cards. Bit of a weird hand. Not a great hand. But I think we Nick Fury into cards. I think that's what we do here. Okay. This goes up to 2. We'll place an additional threat here. That's fine with me. This guy's going to attack us for 2. It's going to come through undefended. So we'll take 3 damage, go down to 9. Then we get our card, which is... When revealed, place 1 random set-aside captive ally face down beneath this scheme. When the scheme is defeated, the player defeated takes that ally into their hand and removes this scheme from the game. So 1 captive face down beneath this card. When the scheme is defeated, the player defeated takes that ally into their hand and removes this scheme from the game. Okay. I get it. I get it. All right. Well... Give me Nick Fury. I'll choose to draw 3 cards. Nice. A lot of good here. A lot of good. Okay. Well, what I think we want to do is we want to clear... four threat from this, putting it down to 1. And then we're going to play Clear the Area. So we'll remove a threat from this, which will allow us to ping him for 1. And then we get to put this guy into our hand. It's Shang-Chi. As you play Shang-Chi from your hand, spend a lightning resource to stun an enemy. Okay. We did not draw a card from this yet, right? Because we... Yeah, we still get to draw a card because these were all in our hands. All right, that's not a lightning resource. But the question is the stun really necessary, right? Is the stun really necessary? It's nice, but this guy's just a 2/2 for 2. So I think we just play him. And we have him immediately go and thwart. We're then going to use this Hall of Heroes to play this Clear the Area. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. Draw a card. Nice. And yeah, I'll just deal 2 damage to this guy. There was our lightning bolt, by the way. Oh, I should have been using all these. I have this stuff down here. What the frick am I thinking? Yeah. You make mistakes, you gotta live with those mistakes. That was a bit bad, but what can you do? Alright, so we'll draw 3 cards. That seems good. Hey, here's Nebula. Alright, ready, everybody. This goes up to 1. Honestly, we'll pump it up to 2. That's fine. This guy's going to attack. Nick Fury is going to defend. It's 2... 3. Nick Fury down. See you later, brother. That's okay, though. That's okay. And then he gets an evil card. Another guy. Another guy. I want that. Okay. Give me Nebula. Okay, we don't have a good thwart event, but we do have attack events. I mean, this seems like the best one, right? We just take this. Actually, no, sorry, 1 second. We grab a different symbol if we can. They all have fists, it doesn't matter. Oh wait, this one has science. This one has science. Or tech, or whatever it is. Mental, what the frick? Yeah, I think we're going to try it. Because we can get a positive effect if the guy we hit is good. So we're going to go 2, 4, 5. Which does clear this. And we draw that into our hand. And if you play Electra from your hand, deal 3 damage to an enemy if we spend a fist resource. Well, luckily, we can do that. Sorry, Mockingbird, I've been sitting on you for a while, but we're going to do this. So we'll deal 3 damage to an enemy. 1, 2, 3. And then what I think we're going to do... Ooh, we can get a good attack next turn. We're going to deal 2 damage to an enemy. Hiya. Using this, of course. And then we reduce this by 1. Okay. Upkeep. Sorry, I drew too many. Okay. It's going to go to 2. I'll put it up to 3. It's okay. This guy's going to attack. It's going to come through undefended. He's attacking for 2. If you're in hero form, take 1 damage. Sure. We are going to spend 1 here. What the frick? Do you guys see this? Oh my god, we're going right in. We're going to play this cross counter. So we will prevent 3 damage, so we're not taking 2. We're going to deal 1 damage to this guy, which is going to advance. 1 threat here, which allows us to remove a threat. And I don't know if the damage carries over, if it's instant. I'm going to assume... Let's check it out. I actually don't know. I'm going to assume that it happens after the window resolves, so I won't get that extra damage. We'll just run that I don't, and you guys can let me know in the comments if that is incorrect. I mean, this is going to be nice. This is going to be nice. Okay, evil card. Attach a Taskmaster. When a player attacks Taskmaster, prevent all damage that will be dealt and deal an equal amount of damage to that player's identity instead. Then... discard photographic reflexes max once per attack. Okay, easy. Easy. Okay, well, I'll deal you 2, which deals me 2. But I am going to spend 1 to drop down this. And then we go 1, 2, 3. We'll play this concussive blow. So we're going to confuse an enemy. Sorry, buddy. Which is then going to also deal 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. It's an attack event, so our sword is going to deal 1 damage. It is an attack event, so we're going to remove a threat from a scheme. And then we attack for 3 with Electra. 1, 2, 3. 1 second. I think we can save these guys for a push next turn. We're going to flip into this mode, though. I'm going to look at the top card of my deck. It's a tactic. Okay. We draw 6 cards. We get a boom. Everybody readies. This goes up to 1. We have to place another threat here. Oh, each player in hero form. Oh, even better, even better. Okay. This guy is confused, so he's not going to do anything, but we are going to get another card. First one here, discard an upgrade or support you control. Okay, this reshuffles immediately. That's how this game works. I think we can lose this. I think we got the value out of it. We could lose this as well. Actually, yeah, you know what? We're going to lose this because I'm going to assume we're not going to need to attack. We're going to discard that. See you later, punk. And then over here, this card gains Surge. That's nice timing. Oh, we want to save this person. Does that give us, like... Does that slow us down too much? Okay, well, we'll start by looking at the top card of our deck. It's an attack, so we draw it. Okay, then we flip here. Excuse me. So I think we can actually probably do both. Shang-Chi is going to come in for 2. Nebula's going to come in for 2. These go away. Bye. Thank you for your help. We are then going to generate 3 fists for this concussive blow. So we'll confuse the enemy. You'll deal him 3 damage. Oh yeah, no, he's done. He's done. It's an attack, so we're going to attack him with the sword. It's over, but we are going to use the thwart, the attack from this, to remove a threat from a scheme, and we're going to do this one. White Tiger. That seems sick. We'll play her. And I'll discard this science. Oh, we should have done that before we switched. To remove 3 threat from a scheme. Boom. Alright, and then we're just going to use this to pay for this decisive blow, which will deal 4 damage to an enemy. 1, 2, 3, 4. And our sword will finish him off. Bye. Into the swirly great abyss with you, Taskmaster. Easy. Honestly, though, I do think using this was the right choice. As always, we could have Phoenix downed it. We could have just assumed that we wanted to keep it, you know, in our resources for the time being. But I do think that it was the right choice to get rid of it. It made us get through the Nebula turn with no problem, which in turn allowed us to get 3 of these really strong allies. I love it. I'm very happy. So let me go to the campaign results. Each player who rescued 1 or more allies from the Taskmaster encounter sets, add those allies to their deck. So we have White Tiger, we have Shang-Chi, and we have Elektra. We can cross this one out. Tactical Scanner is done. Thank you for your help, Tactical Scanner. We'll miss you. Anyway, yeah, Moon Knight's the last one, right? Yeah. He's also good. They're all good. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll be back next week for Gamora to go up against TV Man. You know him. You love him. It's... what the frick? Basic. You know him, you love him. It's Armin Zola, the TV Man. So we'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. And, you know, as always, GG's.